Gal.com, and I wanted to talk a little bit about progress versus perfection. It's a huge topic, and I think that I could go on and on about this, and this might spark future videos, but I wanted to start off with this, and I'll explain a little bit more later. I really believe in progress and change, not perfection. I don't necessarily believe that there is perfection out there. I also don't necessarily believe that one lifestyle is good for everyone. Obviously, my website is called ecovegangal.com, so it seems like it's all about the environment and veganism. My vision is that it's both together. Being eco-friendly and vegan and healthy is the word that I left out in there, is what I think one of the ways in life that you can find the most joy, be the most compassionate, take care of others, and take care of yourself. And there are so many elements to this, as I've been learning over the years. I have studied so much, I've heard lots of different perspectives, read lots of books, attended lots of lectures, watched other videos, read other blogs, so much information out there. And more, it gets more and more compact into what I think is kind of the ideal and optimal way. However, one thing that I've really discovered over the years is that everybody is on a different path and in a different place. It has taken me, I've been vegetarian coming up on 9 years now, and vegan about 8.5. And I have gone through so much. I spent the majority of my life eating meat and dairy and eating the standard American diet, lots of junk food, never understanding my body. I went vegetarian out of curiosity, and I went vegan out of more curiosity and discovered that they were great. But for a long time, I was eating very unhealthy foods, and I was doing a lot of things that weren't very eco-friendly. And so it's taken me a very long time to get to this point, progress. I've taken big steps, and I've taken baby steps. I've been around all different types of people in all different types of extremes. Some people that move at a snail's pace, some people make changes overnight. I often make changes overnight, but there's plenty of things that have taken me a long time, because some things just feel overwhelming. So it's very important for me to promote and explain that I am personally about progress. I don't want anybody watching this to feel like they have to change overnight, that they have to do things my way, that they should ever feel guilty for the way that they're living and the things that they're not doing. I want people to feel good about what they are doing, the achievements that they're making. This is also very important for me. If you as a viewer do feel like you're living that optimal lifestyle and you're happy and you've checked off all the boxes and all of that, I want you to support me or consider supporting me. And when I say supporting me, but joining me basically in promoting this idea of progress. Also keeping in mind that there are all different types of environmentalists, all different types of vegans, all different types of vegetarians, and people out there living healthy lifestyles. We're all doing things differently. I have been, criticized and commended from various aspects, swinging back and forth. Some people think that I am too extreme, some people think I'm not extreme enough, and it falls into all these different categories. And you know what? I've realized that there's no such thing as perfection. I can try as I want to please everyone and make everyone happy and be the perfect spokesperson and be the perfect eco-vegan out there. It's so far, from what I've gathered, not possible to be that perfect. Not that I won't continue striving to be good, but I have to accept that it's all about progress. And that's my big message here, is that recently, this whole reason that I was inspired to do this video today was because I shared some news about Lean Cuisine, the frozen food makers, making this new line of vegetarian products. And I posted it on my Eco Vegan Gal Facebook page, and I got a slew of people that were really against it. Somebody had raised it to my attention, asking if I could help him in raising awareness about this, even though the product wasn't vegan or organic or an eco-friendly packaging, because he believes that people going vegetarian alone is a big step. Absolutely agree. First of all, before I continue with that story, being vegetarian is a huge, huge difference. It makes a huge difference for the earth, a huge difference for your health, and a massive difference for animals that are not being killed. So veganism may seem really extreme, cutting out dairy and things like honey and all the animal products around you. Some people never go vegan. They just get to vegetarianism. Some people never get to vegetarianism. So we have to commend people for those steps. Another good little story is my friend called me up last night, and she works at an elderly home, and she was telling me how she was discussing with them. She's not even vegan, but she just started to discuss veganism with them. And these 90-something-year-old people had no idea what they were talking about and thought the concept was absolutely crazy. And it gave me this perspective that there are tons of people in the world that think that vegetarianism alone is crazy. So to me, Lean Cuisines' move to highlight vegetarian products, whether or not they contain milk in them, is a big difference. It is exposing people to the fact that eating vegetarian can taste good. Now, their products may not be healthy. They may contain genetically modified ingredients and organics, and if you've been following me long enough, you know that I absolutely do not want those in my life and do not think that they're healthy for our bodies or the planet. However, it's about baby steps. It took me a long time to cut GMOs out of my diet. It took me a long time to cut organic foods out of, to incorporate mainly organic foods and organic lifestyle in my diet. It takes so much time. So please join me in supporting companies like Lean Cuisine, who are highlighting Gardene's vegan meats within their non-vegan products. And let's, put aside for a moment our feelings about the health, the exact ingredients and the GMO ingredients, the organic ingredients and the packaging, and commend them. And then tell them that we would like them to be organic and that we would like them to have better ingredients and be simpler and less processed, or maybe they can have fresh foods. Explain to them the ways they can improve. Don't be upset with them about what they're not doing. Let's look at positive things, not negative things. I really believe in this, and let's support all the people that are making these baby steps. If somebody has been eating a typical Lean Cuisine meal which contains meat, commend them for switching over to the vegetarian options. That is a huge deal. And then when they become comfortable and confident in that, that's when you introduce the idea of veganism. That's when you introduce organic and local and non-GMO and all of the other factors that are so important to me, and I know many of you as well. I just don't think it helps for us to be angry about companies not being perfect, because there isn't, trust me, I have looked far and wide. There aren't that come to mind any perfect products unless they happen to come from the farmer's market, completely unpackaged in their whole state. But as far as companies go, there's almost always a drawback. And you know what? The best thing that we can do is to, once again, be glad that people are making progress, and then educate them when we have the right opportunity. Give people space and time. And I want all of you who are watching this, because some of you are going to be watching this that are completely foreign to this eco-vegan idea. And I want you to know that each little step that you make is making a difference. If it's something you do daily or monthly or even yearly, keep going. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't give up. I had another story. I had someone email me the other day, and he said, I can't afford to buy the natural dish soap. Does that mean that I shouldn't even bother with veganism? I thought, oh my gosh, this guy has this idea that, if he can't have other natural things in his life, he might as well not be vegan. And I immediately wrote him back and I was like, hey, if you have to use, unhealthy dish soap, at least you're still eating vegan. And then, you can move on to more natural alternatives in the rest of your life. But it's bringing back this idea that to some people, even just giving up meat, even just once a week for Meatless Mondays, is a huge deal. I've met plenty of them. So I think I've reiterated it. Please, understand this perspective. It will make such a huge difference. And most importantly, that positivity and those words of encouragement and just being excited about any progress, it's going to make you feel really good, because this negativity and this strive for perfection puts so much stress on us emotionally and physically that it's harming our health. So it defeats the point and it pushes people away. People are going to say, I don't want to deal with this negative person. All right? So that is some huge words I had to get out. So thanks so much for all of you who are watching. I would love to hear your opinions. Feel free to disagree with me, or if I left anything out, I would love to address this topic again in the future. So your comments always help me guide my way. And thanks so much as always for watching. You can subscribe so you're the first to know when I have a new video. If you have any questions for me, there's a link down below where you can fill out a little form to ask questions, in addition to following me on social networks, which are down below as well. And of course, visit ecovegangal.com. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.